The 2025-26 season, well, it's not really started for Indian football, but that's also because it has been one filled with a lot of uncertainty. There's still plenty of uncertainty around the Indian Super League. No one really knows what is going to happen in terms of when it is the league will start, what the new arrangement will look like as far as the ownership is concerned. The master rights agreement is yet to be finalized, either a new one or an extension of the old one, which meant that, truth be told, Indian football fans didn't really have much to look forward to except for uncertainty. The good news is that there seems to be a little bit of a light in the end of what has been a long and arduous tunnel. That is because the dates for the Super Cup, as well as its format and what it is that we can expect, well, that is now out. And in this video, we'll be discussing all of those things, the format and what it is that, which teams will be participating, what teams we can expect from this particular tournament, and why it is that the Super Cup has now suddenly changed in terms of where it's placed in the season. As for the kick-off date, well, the Super Cup will be getting underway from October 25th. Now, October 25th, that's the date. Mark it on your calendars. Why? Because that's when the Indian football season will finally get underway. This is set to be the season opener this time around because there is uncertainty over the ISL. As mentioned, the ISL's future in itself, well, with the commercial rights holders, the federation, and everything in between being uncertain, means that whilst the ISL would normally be the league that starts the season, along with, of course, the I-League and its various divisions, this time around, the Super Cup, which used to be taking place after the ISL, will be taking place before the ISL gets underway this time around. Now, what exactly will the tournament look like when you're talking about the teams that will be playing in it and the format? Well, this time around, there will be 16 teams playing in the tournament. 12 of them will be ISL clubs and the rest 4 will be I-League teams. Now, Odisha FC is perhaps the most notable side who have pulled out, and the only ISL side who have not confirmed and will not be taking part in the tournament. It's a bit of an interesting thing, and we'll get to why that is the case later. But first, let's talk about the 4 I-League sides who will be potentially taking part. That is Enter Kashi, who won the title. There's Rajasthan FC, Real Kashmir, and Gokulam Kerala will be the 4 sides who will take part in this tournament, who will be giving the I-League some representation. Now, I did mention that it is important to ask why it is that Odisha will not be taking part and why it's so noteworthy. Well, because Odisha is one team that has been very vocal about not having any sort of a roadmap. And the second thing, and perhaps more importantly, is that it's a bit of a fall from risk, considering at one time it was Kalinga in Odisha that hosted the entirety of the Super Cup. So a bit of a fall from grace really, but it is what it is. And in case you're wondering why this tournament is important, well, the winner of the Super Cup will get a spot in the playoff phases of the AFC Champions League 2. So it is something that has plenty of stakes. Like the Duran Cup, which took place before, very much a pre-season tournament that had, well, of course it has a legacy, but it didn't really have anything in stake other than being a pre-season tournament which would help clubs get in some shape. The Super Cup, there's stakes for the winners. If you win, you get a spot in the playoffs of the AFC Champions League 2. If you win the league, of course, the ISL, the shield which you win at the end of the league season, then you get a spot automatically. Now, this is very interesting and it will ensure that the teams participating, well, there is some motivation because you could potentially be playing continental football. The better news is that Indian football fans, join in with me, breathe in a sigh of relief. We're getting closer to the season finally kicking off at long last. What are your thoughts on the Super Cup dates finally being announced, and are you going to be looking forward to it and watching it? Let us know that in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, tap that bell icon as well so you know when we go live or upload a new video for you guys. Also follow us on social media. We're on Instagram, X, and Facebook, and don't forget to stay tuned for more such videos from the world of sport.